Hello, it's Emmy from Curbly.com, and today I have a super sweet tutorial for you guys. Everybody likes ice cream, and the hot days of summer make for the perfect excuse to cool down with a scoop. If you also scream for ice cream, keep watching to see how I made these cute patches to decorate my wardrobe with. Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 different kinds of patches. One uses a really simple and quick painting method, the other is a more traditional and embroidered look, and the third is totally retro. Okay, let's get started. For each patch, you'll need an embroidery hoop and some black fabric. I recommend using denim fabric because it's rigid and thick. Set your fabric in the embroidery hoop and make sure that the fabric is really taut by screwing the hoop tightly in place. Next, you're going to need some inspiration. I sketched out a couple ice cream cone ideas, but you can always look up pictures on the internet. I'm going to make a popsicle for my first patch. I'm thinking cherry flavored. Sketch out your idea onto the fabric using a water-soluble pencil. You can find these kinds of pencils at your local craft store. Next, grab some acrylic paint. Since I was going for a more ombre look for my popsicle, I'm picking acrylic paints in different shades of red and pink, and then I also have some metallic gold for the popsicle stick. Grab a paintbrush and start filling in the design. You'll need to do 2 coats of paint in order to cover the fabric entirely. After the design has dried, pop it out of the embroidery hoop. Take your sharpest pair of scissors and cut it out, leaving a black outline around your design. And there you go. Okay, for the second patch, we're going to start the same way as we did with the first one. Grab some black fabric, set it in the embroidery hoop nice and tight, and draw out your design. This time, I'm doing a double scoop ice cream cone in pistachio and strawberry. Paint your design just like the last time using 2 coats for total coverage. When picking paints, I match them to the embroidery floss I'm using to decorate this patch. So pink floss to go with pink paint and green for green. Once everything has dried, it's time to start stitching. Take a strand of embroidery floss, thread an embroidery needle, and tie a knot at one end. Start stitching into the design. It's really up to you on how you want to embroider this patch. You can completely cover it in stitches, you can just do the outline and thread, or you can do a pattern, whatever you want to do. Having the design painted means that you don't have to cover the entire surface of the patch with thread. I completely covered the top scoop in stitches, but I went for a simpler look on the bottom scoop and the cone. Once you're done, pop the fabric out of the hoop and cut the design out. Done! And on to the third and final patch. This one is fun and fuzzy, and I think it's my favorite out of the 3. Just as before, set the fabric in the hoop and trace out your design. This time I'm doing a single scoop on a sugar cone. And like before, paint the design. This time you only need to do 1 coat of paint, since we'll be basically covering the entire surface of the design. When picking your paint colors, you'll want to match them to yarn. We're going to separate this yarn into woolier sections to create this fuzzy patch. Cut a length of yarn and then separate it into the smallest sections you can. This yarn is made up of 4 strands, so I pulled the yarn apart in half and then I pulled the halves apart again. Do this for a few cuts of yarn. Next, thread your embroidery needle with the pulled apart yarn pieces. You don't need to knot the end of the yarn, just be careful when stitching that you don't pull it all the way through the fabric. Stitch through the back of the design, then back down again, but don't pull the yarn all the way through. Leave a little puff on the front. Stitch like this across the entire patch. So fuzzy! You can choose to leave the cone untouched, or you can continue the fuzz throughout the whole patch. Once you're done, cut out the design. For each patch you make, you'll want to seal the edges to keep the fabric from fraying. Grab some white glue or tacky glue and apply a thin layer around the edge. Let it dry and you're good to go. To apply these patches to your clothes, you can iron on a heat-bonded fabric that will create a sticky back, or you can simply sew or pin your patches in place. Sweet! So what do you think? Which patch is your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for sticking around until the end. For more DIYs, you can always subscribe to this channel or go to curbly.com for daily inspiration. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.